this within the hour instead of the 90 minutes, if you guys are cool with that. I know in the next couple minutes, a lot of people are jump on too, so that's awesome. Here I am. My camera worked. Guys, take your cameras off. I know Rachel's having problems, but everybody else. Don't leave me here all by myself. Hey, Kelly. We're just waiting that extra minute while everyone jumps on.
Can I say something to you?
You sure can.
I absolutely love your open house videos.
Thank you.
But I do have a comment.
Okay.
The music is a little too loud over top of some of the voices.
Yes.
I don't have control over that at all or anything.
So you're talking about the interviews that we did, right? Not the actual open house video?
Yeah.
Or
well,
yeah.
no, all of this stuff, right? But it's just, I'm trying to listen and the noise was a little distracting from the music.
So we actually, yes. Chris got really excited when they did the videos that he rushed out our rough cut to social media.
Oh, okay.
And so the photographer, like the videographer was like, well, I mean, like I can correct it for you guys for sure, but it's out there. Like,
what's the point now?
Yeah. What do you want me to do? And I'm like, you know what? Just don't do anything.
But they were awesome. It was great.
Oh, good. That's so good. I want to hear feedback. So here's the thing, like before we get started, one of the things we said, and I always tell everyone, you know, like we've got to be inventive. We've got to be 10 steps ahead of everybody in our market center, other brokerages, cities. What are we going to do now, knowing that we're going back to open houses? So we did that video probably 4 weeks ago when we heard that phase 3 was opening up in Toronto. And we're like, let's push this video, get it done, and push it out the minute RAB board says it's time to go. So our intentions were to have it out there so that everybody in our market center and brokerages were like, oh, fuck, they're ahead of oh, shoot, they're ahead of the game. So that was great. Yeah. So that's good. I'm glad that, yeah, that's been the general feedback is the music's a bit distracting.
I like the music. It's just
it's too loud.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Megan's on here. Hey, Megan. Megan and I are actually in the same office building for the first time in months. We're having a huge, we're having a team gathering with our mortgage broker company. They brought these amazing sized pizzas. And so you'll hear them out there cheering and talking.
There's no one at our office. I'm like, I'm not going to my office by myself.
Oh man, I was so excited. I said to my husband, I go, my plan is to leave our house at 11. So make sure you're home. The kids have something to watch. And then I woke up, it was like Christmas morning. I'm like, oh, Mommy's going to work, you guys. Like,
all excited.
I'm so excited. And they're like, why are you so excited? I'm like, because.
Think about if you were going to school, would you be excited?
No.
Mine are dying to go back to school.
They're change your mind every day. They're like, yeah, I'm so excited to see my friends. My youngest is excited because he can play with all the toys in the school now. It's something different. I'm like, that's probably not going to be a thing, buddy. Don't touch anything. Your desk, your backpack. Yeah. That's it.
I think it's going to be a little bit of a challenge for them.
I think so. But you know what? We won't know until we try this all out. So
I think it's better than sitting at home and doing nothing.
I 100% agree.
Because my 13-year-old just wants to hang out in their bedroom all day.
So my 13-year-old was doing that, and then he found a computer game he likes, and now he has spent, like, if he goes to the bathroom, we don't hear him, but we'll look over and we're like, he hasn't moved in like hours. He does hockey now, but that's his only, yeah, poke him.
To see if they're still breathing.
He gets up out of the computer chair and there's like chips everywhere, and we're like, oh my God, like, you're gross. All right, so we'll get started, everybody, and then I have a feeling people are going to trickle in as we get going. So thank you to everybody who sent in the questions. I think that, you know, as every month as we keep doing these things, it's good to have maybe like some sort of schedule in place for ideas and tips and suggestions. So I'm going to read the questions that I got from everybody, and then let's like target some of these answers. And again, everybody share your thoughts, okay? And your ideas. So I'm going to start with just pulling them up. Okay. So one of the questions was, how much time do you have between getting photos and virtual tour back from the photographer and when the listing goes live on MLS? As a single admin, I'm looking for ideas on getting as much done as possible before getting photos, floor plans. What's an average time between getting photos and listings to go live on MLS, and what gets done in between? So that's a really good question. So on our team, we have a timeline. So I think I share this a lot. We list our properties Tuesdays and Thursdays. And there's a 48-hour window from when our photos are done to we actually get the product back to us. So we use our timeline. We tell our clients that if we're doing photos on Friday, just as a reminder, you're not actually going to have that product until Monday, possibly Tuesday when we go live. So there is the 48-hour window for our photographer, and then listing is Tuesdays and Thursdays. So in that time frame, what we're doing before we list is we actually prep the listing as well. So we go in to broker load it as if we're listing it, have all that ready. So come Tuesday, all we need to do is add the photos and get ready to go. If this question is not answered, or if you're looking for more of like a background, take yourself off mute, guys. Let's be interactive with this. Floor plans are the same. So our photographer does the full package: floor plans, drone shots, virtual tours, all of that stuff. So we wait for all of that before we list our properties. That's how our team does it.
So we do it a little bit differently, but I am trying to get her to go to more of your system, but that's not really working.
Yeah.
As I got pictures back this morning, I'm loading it this afternoon. But I do most of my stuff ahead of time. Like I broker loaded it and I had a draft sitting there waiting. I have the feature sheets already prepped with the wording and everything. All I basically have to do is plop the pictures in and kind of go that route.
Yeah. And so here's the thing, during COVID, we've had agents throw us like a loop and say, hey, this has to go live tomorrow. And we're like, here's the reality in that. First of all, we're not running a business when we do that. Like we're just throwing up listings and we're just like the one-off agents. And second of all, we can't get photos in time. So you're over promising and we're under delivering, which goes against our entire team mission, visions, values. And then the third thing is it's entirely impossible to get a listing to go live that looks and charge the client 6% on top of that.
Is that what you guys charge? 6%?
Yeah. Yeah.
We charge 5%, but then we do reduce commissions if they buy with us or we bring in the buyer.
I mean, if they ever asked us about that, I'm sure we have like scripting around that, but because of our listing presentation and the quality of the listing service we provide, no one's, on occasion, more like the investor side, people will want to buy down their commission. So we've been really lucky like that. So that's why it's important for us on the back end that we deliver that through the listing, right? Through the photos, the quality of photos and everything like that. So.
And now, do you have other agents and even ones in your own brokerage that basically come in and drop their pants basically to
I'm sure. I think that our market center does a really good job at training people to, have people see the value and why we charge the commission we do. But there is probably agents, probably more the newer ones, the ones that don't have a lot of deals under the belt, that will argue or that will drop their pants to take the commission.
Yeah.
To get the deal done. There has to be.
I've been finding that a lot lately where we never ever lost a listing presentation ever. And yeah. I would say in the last little while we have, and it's been kind of shocking. But then somebody said to me, you weren't taking enough listing presentations to lose any before. And we are taking a lot more now.
So that's good, right? So that's telling you. So the ones that you are losing, I would look at those and think, what are the reasons we're losing them for? Is it commission? Is it another realtor came in and out scripted you guys? Did you really maybe not have it going into it? They already were sold, but they were just getting other opinions. Like figure out what the no's were, and then you know where to grow. We're going to see a slowdown, to be quite honest, in real estate for listings and buyers. Like we'll definitely, listings are going to take a hit.
Go at the rate we're going right now. Holy.
So one thing I should tell you guys to do, and maybe you guys are already doing that, but we actually research our inventory. So every Monday, our listing team gets together and they actually project how much inventory is left on the market and how long we can sustain without listings, or how many listings will be available. And we share that information with the buyer squad, because then it shows them we need to get these listings sold, or we need to get more listings because there's more buyers than there are listings. So educating every single Monday and then delivering that to your team keeps everybody aware of what's in stock. if
So
you want
that's
to look at it that way.
bring up during your Monday meeting kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
They go look at the stats on RAB and see how many new listings are coming out. They do this formula to see how many weeks of inventory. So I think last Monday they said there's literally 2 weeks of inventory left in Hamilton, Stony Creek. Right? So as administrators, director of operations, whatever our roles are, one of our jobs is to stay current with that so we can help facilitate if anybody needs anything and how to support them in that, right? So back to the whole listing thing, during COVID, they were dropping listings on us, and our listing manager's not on here today, and she could vouch it was getting messy. And it's because we weren't dropping our pants, but we were being more open to accommodate people at a faster pace. So that way we can stay current in the real estate world instead of looking like things were rough. We never said out loud, but I know for a fact. So we kept bringing them back to, are you charging 6%? Because this is a 6% quality. And I'm looking for repeat business from these people. I'm looking for them to refer us to their friends and family. I don't feel like we're going to get that because of the service that we're providing. So I don't know.
I have another question. Is this the standard around you 6%, or that's just what you guys charge typically?
That's just what we charge. Yeah.
Okay. And now, do you only charge give 2% to the cooperating brokers on your end? Because out here it's a bit different.
Yeah, we were firm at 2.5% because it generates a kindness to the other side. It makes people want to come and show the property more. Yeah. And we've had a few moments during COVID where we may have like kind of devalued ourselves a few times and offered 2% in some situations, which I'm not a fan of. I'll be quite honest. It was never our finest moment when we did that. I'm not in agreement to doing that. 2.5 creates a good work environment for the buy side. It draws more people in to want to work with us.
Yeah.
So that's my thoughts on it. So did we answer that question? Does anyone else want to add if we're missing anything on the listing timeline? So then the next question was then, how do admins get brochures done and what's the turnaround time? That's a great question. Actually, Megan, our marketing director, is on this call. Megan does all of our marketing. She does our feature sheets, and through COVID, we never had to do feature sheets. And we now are doing our first open house this weekend, which, you know, we had conversations like, how many feature sheets do we get? So we, at our printing company, we have a template. So whoever asked that question, we actually have a template. We will swap out the information of the property and the photos. And so Megan can do them on a Thursday, send them to print, and they're available Friday. Our deadline is Wednesday. So we have to have all of our listing stuff in hand and all the information in front of us by Wednesday. And she orders the marketing on Wednesday. So that way there's no delay. And if there's any hiccups or errors, then we still have time to change that. And if you have a good marketing company, the turnaround time is literally 24 hours. So then the next one is, I don't know if I don't have an answer to this one, so if anyone does, please jump in. I keep getting a message on Facebook when I try to boost, actually, Megan, you might have this answer. When I try to boost my for sale post from our business page, it's getting rejected because it says it could be spam. Does anyone know about that? Megan, are you there? Or are you pretending you're here and you're wandering around? I think so. If it's being identified as spam, it's something in your wording that you're putting on your post. So you might be saying something that is very sales related or trying to poach business. So Facebook is very finicky on that stuff. So it could just be simply something in your marketing is red flagging them.
Val, can I jump in for a second?
You sure can.
Okay, hi, by the way. I don't know if you said hi to me before, my microphone was off.
I did, and you ignored me, but that's okay.
But happy Friday, everybody. So I kind of ran over this question with Ryan, the tech guy in Hamilton, and he said that sometimes it can come up as spam if your wording is kind of biased. So this is the perfect home or things like that. I think, like you said, it is very finicky with the wording. But if anybody's running into that problem, I'm 100% sure that Ryan would definitely know the answer. But from what I know that sometimes it could just be the choice of words that you're using. It's a little bit too biased, like I said. So yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully that kind of helps a little bit.
That's perfect. Thank you. If everyone doesn't know, Julia is Josh McKenzie's admin. She's been working with Josh for what, 3 months now, Julia?
Yes.
In the
Yep.
Niagara market. So,
And sorry, to answer the question in the chat, Ryan Turnbull, he is the tech guy in the Hamilton office.
so Julia, just to let you know, we have people here today from outside of our market center. So you
Okay.
guys, yeah, so you guys, if you don't have a Ryan in your market center, he's our tech guy. I 100% think Ryan would help anybody out if they want. He's our market center guru when it comes to command and all that stuff. And we can definitely, if anyone has his email address, maybe drop it in there for them. Or I'm going to butcher this guy's name, and I'm so sorry. He's the French guy, Gilles. I think we do this all the time. Gilles Plorday. Jill Plorday. So he's amazing, guys. And he is on top of everything. I don't know if you guys get his emails. Definitely someone you guys should be connecting with as well. He will guide you through the entire process. Amazing. Thanks, Tammy. Yeah, there's an E. So Bordeaux.
Val, can I say something about ads?
Where are you? Yeah, who said that?
Aaron.
Hey, Aaron. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So if you are in KW, we are seeing a lot better success doing ads through command than we ever did doing ads through Facebook. And ads through command gives you a very nice feature where the contact just has to click a button to send you their contact information, as opposed to actually typing it out. And the return on investment seems to be much higher doing that. And I know that Anna Marin from McKay Realty Network has had some great success with command ads in Facebook.
Perfect. Thank you.
Because it pulls the data from when they set up their Facebook account versus having to input the information in a lead generator page.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, our team hasn't even done command ads. We should. We haven't. Being transparent. So a couple other questions. How do you promote an exclusive listing with your for sale sign? Our signs have the MLS logo on it. Do people ever cover up the logo, and how? What are your options? So our signs don't have, I believe, I could be wrong because we rebranded them again for the 10th time. Doesn't have the MLS logo, so we don't have to worry about that. So we actually just put our for sale sign up, and we have an exclusive rider. And it just says exclusive. And that's how we market our property. And then the minute it goes live, we take down the exclusive sign and just leave it as for sale. And then we also did open house ticker ones as well. So we have to swap out for open houses and everything. So now I know a lot of people, and maybe there's people on here who can answer this question too, that do put the tape over the MLS part of the sign until it goes live, and then they go and remove it. Usually when they do an open house, they'll run and remove the sign or the sticker. I don't know if anyone else has any other solutions to that.
We have a separate set of signs.
So you have the two sets.
Soon, and then we have one that says exclusive. So those are a sign set. And then our other ones are for sale and sold.
Yeah. So let me ask you this then. So when it's exclusive, you have your exclusive sign. Then you get your sign guy to go remove this exclusive sign and put the for sale sign up.
Valerie, you're looking at the sign guy.
Kelly.
Yeah.
First of all, I love that you do that.
Generally, I'm doing that. Yeah.
This is literally the epitome of an executive assistant's life right here.
Yeah.
I'm going to challenge you, though, to look at other options.
Well, remember, though, my other option is I'm getting somebody to come back September 13th. So that is awesome.
There you go. There's your awesome. There's your leverage.
Kelly, I hear you. I'm doing them too.
So I don't.
Deb, are you?
I don't do them, but we do the riders ourselves. So Lisa will actually go change the rider, but the sign guy will put the sign up and take the sign down.
Yeah, we put the sign up, and you know what? We've been really lucky because if our agents, this is before COVID, so when our agents were door knocking, they would use it as an opportunity to go to the client's house. Because they'd be door knocking their neighborhood for the open house. So they would be able to take the exclusive rider, either put it on, take it off, put the open house sign. So our agents actually did it for themselves, like the sign room, not putting the sign up, Jesus, but putting like the exclusives and taking that off and putting the open house ones on. So our agents, now, mind you, during COVID, our sign guy did all that. So Kelly, budget-wise, why not look at just doing one standard sign and then doing the exclusive riders?
Well, because she liked her signs the way they were, so that it wasn't really, it was just a matter of, because we do coming soon and exclusive, right?
Yeah, Iris is asking, is there an issue with Rico with not having the MLS logo on the sign? Apparently the issue is coming soon and exclusives. So the issue is MLS doesn't support that. So that's why we cover up the MLS logo to get around that. This is our own marketing. So that's kind of what we do, Iris. And I know for sure if you leave the MLS logo out, now I don't know that now, I think there's been some changes, but originally if you left the MLS logo out and then had like exclusive are coming soon because it's a big no-no, you get a hand slap, then a fine, and then your sign. Actually, we've had our sign removed in the city of Oakville.
It's also because a lot of people will report you. It's not really so much that they're out looking, the MLS police are looking for it. It's because somebody who doesn't
that
want
other agent who doesn't like you.
out of there.
Let's be honest, it's another agent because we've got 3 of them right now who report us every time we breathe wrong.
Yeah.
So it's insane.
That's interesting. I've never had an MLS logo on a sign.
We don't do it anymore. I'm pretty sure we don't have it on our signs anymore. We did when Chris first started. I think he just went with your typical branded for sale sign that had the MLS logo on it. Okay, so I hope that answered your question, Iris. Let me know if it didn't. And then the next one is, I'd like to discuss open houses and if teams are planning to resume hosting them in person, and if so, then how are we facilitating them? And if not, then why are we choosing not to? This is a great one. I'd love to hear everybody's input on this. So who wants to go first on that?
We just had one last weekend.
Go ahead.
And how did you do?
Good. Yeah, we've got 3 buyers out of it and a potential listing. We did the COVID forms right at the door. We locked the door. They had to, and we put a sign out front that said, please fill the forms in prior to entry. Here's a mask if you need it. It's hand sanitizer. Please ring the doorbell when you're ready. And then we only allowed 1 group in at a time. And people waited outside until they came in. We had about 8 groups through.
So did you have a pen for everybody, or did they brought their own? And then you had them ring the doorbell?
Yes, and wipe the doorbell after each time.
Yeah. Anybody else have any success? We're doing our first one this weekend. So I was talking to, I think Kelly, before everyone really jumped on, is our team 4 weeks ago when we found out Toronto was opening up into phase 3. We knew that we had 2 weeks to really lock down a really good open house routine. And our team is more about standards, protection, safety than anything else. And then getting leads and all that stuff is just the gravy on top of being able to do open houses now. So we came together, we put our heads together, and we're like, what's going to set us apart from others? What are we going to do that's going to be 3 steps ahead anybody else? And this is what I always tell you guys as administrators. When you're comfortable and you're in your moment right now where you've perfected something or gotten close to having the perfect system, what do you do next? You think how you're going to make that better fast, because chances are you're going to sit in comfort and 10 people, other teams are going to pass you by. So I will never let us sit in comfort. So for instance, when all of our, we started doing the virtual open house videos, I was like, okay, we're done. Guys, you've mastered it. What are we doing next to set ourselves apart from everybody else? So we did the open house video, and I don't know if anyone's actually saw it on Facebook. We went and had a professional video done in regards to safety during open houses and walked people through the process.
Yeah, I watched it. It's great.
Yeah, thank you.
It's so good.
The kids at the end were my favorite part. I watched that 1,000 times. That's actually Shannon, one of our buyer agents, her twins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's why we were okay. She was fine with them. And then when they were running to the road, I'm like, you're not even watching them run to the road, Shan. Like, they literally ran to the road. But they're so cute. We thought, get this video out. What is the absolute so we actually don't do the pens. We said no to that. We stand at the door and take their information. We get their driver's license, because if they come in contact or they do get COVID, then we have that app that will give us the information that they've, been to your open house, Here's their contact information, so we can it's just that it's the extra safety step. We leave the door open, we shut the door, so we are the only ones that come in contact with any of the property. And we got hula hoops to map out like how many feet you need to stay apart from each other on the road, and so one at a time coming through the house. So, and we did a survey from like sellers and buyers, and what could we do to better service you guys during COVID? What will get you out to open houses? Or more importantly, what will get you to list your home with us the minute like phase 3 goes into like phase 10? And this was the general consensus. So we did the video.
This is a cool idea. Where did you get those?
Amazon. I just bought in bulk. I mean, agents have used them as a hula hoop contest, which they all suck at. You guys didn't see the behind the scenes video where we're like, you guys are not, finally we found something you're not good at. And we got it on video. So that's what, like, it's good to do the open houses. What's going to set you guys apart from every other?
Our first one this Sunday. It's going to be our first open house. And,
are you guys promoting it?
Yeah, just as of today, we kind of just figured out yesterday that we were doing it. It's a house that just listed yesterday, but we're doing our first one, and that's what we said is the most important priority is just going to be safety. Like if anybody is not willing to fill out the registration form, then they don't get to come in. There's no exceptions because it's not about converting you to a client. It's about keeping everyone else safe. So we got the little, the orange mini like traffic cones, you know, that you use for like football, like soccer. Yeah. We got the orange cones and put our like team stickers on them. So we're going to use those to mark like down the street for like 3 people to wait or a few people to wait. And then our partner Lucido has a whole bunch of material that they've already made. So there's sheets for each person has to fill out a sheet, but we're going to have one agent at the door taking the information and filling it out so that we're not passing pens around. They're going to let one group in at a time, and then we're going to have a second agent inside the home who will actually be in the house monitoring, making sure people aren't touching things. And what they also had, which I thought was a really good idea, was they have a call sheet, and so as people show up, we're going to take their name and phone number, and then they can go wait in their car in case it's too hot and they want the AC, or in case it's raining, or just so they're not all pooling around, because it's a pretty narrow street. And then we'll text or call them when it's their turn to come up and come in, so that people aren't all like hovering outside.
I like that. So let me ask you guys, for those of you that have multiple agents, have you had any agents that didn't want to do open houses? And if so, what are your thoughts on that?
Everyone on our team is dying to get back to it.
Yeah, us too.
Not going to do open houses.
Okay.
Probably not for a long time, actually. And our consensus is, awful as this sounds, we're selling houses without needing to do open houses. And I know it's in order to generate more leads, but on the same hand too, the payoff for us right at the moment isn't really worth it.
And that's totally understandable, but there's going to be a lot of people. And here's the thing, Kelly, I said to our team, whatever we choose to do, we have to have the virtual side of it as well. Yeah. So if we're going to go back to doing open houses, but not everyone wants to do that, what's our virtual now, right? So no, that's totally fair.
That's exactly it. And we are going to do more of that and do it in that manner. But now that everybody's back to work, I think it is.
Yeah. Has anyone had real success with the virtual open houses?
We have lots of views, but not necessarily at the time that we're doing the virtual open houses.
Yeah. So we kind of had to take another method. We had talked about it before, but we didn't really implement it until more recently. I'm just going to mute everybody. I just feel a little bit of background noise here. Feel free to unmute yourself though when you have to talk, guys. So we ended up doing pre-recorded because internet issues were causing us. And so here's the thing, we still followed our routine with our client. So we always sent an email with the agent, like an information video with the agent who's doing the open house when we were doing open house. So we still did that with the virtual stuff. We're like, just let you know, Danielle will be live on Facebook at this time, because that was an expectation we had. So how did we pivot for the client? By doing it virtually. And they would tune into the open house. They would see, they were responding in the comment box below with square footage if Daniela couldn't answer a question or any other agents couldn't answer. And then we'd had internet issues where we would freeze, or we would have to restart the video, and we felt like we were letting the client down in terms of service. So we decided to go the route where we would pre-record them on Zoom, and then drop them.
Can you go over that a little bit in more detail? So you would actually just record them while you're on Zoom?
Yep. So if you go into Zoom, just by yourself, you go into Zoom, you can, on the main page, it'll say start a video. start a meeting or start a web series or whatever it is. So I would always go start my meeting.
Yeah.
And then it's just you on the screen. You hit record. You video your entire thing. You can share your screen at the very bottom. It's almost like you're recording yourself on Zoom. And then you would record the entire thing. And then once you're done, it'll say your video, it'll take time for your video to process, and then it'll go right to your email. And depending on what type of Zoom account you have, there's the free link, or sorry, there would be the link from the cloud, which you can copy and paste right to Facebook, or there's it's downloaded to your computer somewhere. And then you would just copy and paste or download the video and then launch it on Facebook and do a watch party. We ended up going that route.
The whole thing is it's a watch party?
Yeah, so then you go to Facebook and you can start your watch party and set it for like, let's just say Friday at 7, right? Start your video Friday at 7. And then it would just launch Friday at 7. And anybody who's either liked it or is part of your Facebook group, they get notification. So don't forget, Valerie's watch party starts in 15 minutes. Val's watch party started. Val's live on Facebook now. So okay. Constant reminders, yeah. So that's how we had to start. Not all of our agents were doing that, just the ones that always had the internet issues.
Okay. No, but it might be something for Christine because she doesn't like to do videos at all.
There you go.
This will be a good way to get her to start doing something like that.
So it was actually our agent. I don't remember if you guys remember this or not, but we had one agent who just doesn't like getting on camera, nothing, right? She's the one that started doing that. She's like, I'm more comfortable because I'm not forced to be live and forced to, like, if I make a mistake, she's like, I can stop recording and start recording whenever I want. So
more confidence, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be good, I think.
And then what you can do is you can actually start, when you're doing virtually, you can actually start putting it out to your database for people to register for it. When you go live, it was more difficult, but you can get people to register for it. And then you would catch, because our problems were, and I think we all probably had this issue, is we were not getting anything from it, just exposure, like just brand exposure. And it got to the point where it's like, it became so tedious. Like I stopped watching our Facebook Lives video, even though we all get calendar updates as a reminder to us when that person goes live, so we can all jump on and support. And we were just like, we didn't feel like doing it anymore because it was just more of a hassle than anything else. So then we started trying to be creative, and we did a few fun things during an open house. Watch our open house video to the end, look for the snowman in what room, and put it below, and then win our contest. Your name goes in a ballot, and then you win whatever. So that was how we tried to keep people through the whole video. And then it's like, hey, now we've got to get business. Like, we've got to get captures. We got to get contacts from this. So, and more importantly, we had to scale it back. So we had to say, are we getting anything from our open house videos? And we kept looking at our Facebook developer page, and we discovered we were getting more views, more replays, more shares, more comments, more engagements, more leads from our ones that were not about our open houses. So that hurt. I think that hurt the agents because they were like really working hard on those open house videos. But Chris and Justin were doing these every Wednesday night. What's good about COVID? And we got to buy and sell the first video they did. And then tons of inquiries. Tell me more about this. And then we're like, okay, so obviously people are hungry for information, not hungry to buy right now or sell, but they're hungry for more information on the market, which is right down our alley. So they kept those videos going, and they were averaging a lead a video. So something to think about, guys. If you're going to stay in the virtual world, there's nothing wrong with whatever your decision is. Just always be thinking 10 steps ahead. While your agent's in the moment doing it, you're now thinking 10 steps ahead of what's the next thing for us. So I hope that answers everyone's questions. And is there anything else that we can talk about today? I would love to hear if there's ways people have like changed their social media games and kind of gained something from it. Don't everybody speak at once. I guarantee everybody who's not on camera is not at their desk right now. That's what I think.
I'm here. Rachel's here.
Hi, Iris. Iris is here too. I know Rachel has it. I know Rachel has a camera problem, so I'm gonna let her go on that one.
Okay.
Are you guys back in the office?
So what we did is we made it. Hi, girls. we made the decision to wait until they announced like the school, like what was going on with the schools before we pulled the trigger and came up with a plan. So now our plan is, there they all are. Our plan is now September 9th, the Wednesday after the kids go back to school, which gives all the parents on the team the ability to relax before, like not the stress of like, what's this look like? I'm going to the office, but the kids need schooling. So we did that.
So you're sending yours back?
Yeah, I'll be quite honest. My husband doesn't want to.
I'm in the same boat. My husband doesn't want to either. And I'm kind of saying, you haven't worked since November. Like, please, let's let him go back so you can get a job.
Yeah, I always say like everyone's different. Everyone's comfort zone is different. Hi, Julia, you are there.
Hi, I'm here.
Everyone's opinion is different on the schooling. And when you have a good employer, here's the thing: when people sit and they're comfortable making these decisions, it's because they never had to stress during COVID, right? They've had good support, so it's easy for some people to say, "This is what I'm doing, and here's why." And then there's other people who are, it's like they've got to do the best that they can. And I mean, it might be sending the kids back to school, it might be homeschooling. My husband doesn't want to send the kids back to school, and this is the only reason why. Well, we have a child who actually is high, like he's at whatever you call it, like risk management. He's at the high level, but the doctor that's his specialist is like, I'm not sending my kids back to school. So now my husband's like, well, if this doctor is not sending his kids back to school, like, what do we do? And I'm like, well, listen, we got to make that decision. So it's a touchy subject for everybody, I think. Iris says, do you have a third-party person creating brochures? We do. Is Megan in here? So we have a printing company that we use for all of our brochures, all of our marketing. They are our go-to people. He's actually a local guy now, and drops them right off at our office. So Iris, it's really important that if you find a good marketing company, two options: find a company that either you can drive to and pick this stuff up and it's not like a huge deal, or delivers right to your door. Our guy delivers right to our door free of charge. And he's a small business owner, so that's why and he does a great job. Are you having issues around the brochures, Iris? Yes, it's taking a long time. What's your turnaround time? I feel like it's just her and I here right now chit-chatting. I'm going to unmute you, okay? You girls hear that, Megan? Shannon? Yeah, I have no idea. So it's taking a long turnaround ASAP after getting photos. I unmuted you, Iris. I don't know if you can hear us or if you can talk. Oh. I'm in the middle of a new mastermind right now. Can you guys hear me, or do I sound very low? Megan just came in to say, okay, good. Megan, maybe it's just your laptop. So Iris, Iris doesn't have a mic. Oh, that would make sense, Iris. Okay, but I have everything else going on. It's hard for me. Okay, so what I would do is the minute, Megan, maybe you can jump in and help Iris out here, because Megan does do our feature sheets and whatnot. So Iris, the minute we get the photos back from the photographer, Megan actually goes to the template for our brochures, our feature sheets and all that stuff, and inputs it in. So it goes back to having a really good timeline, because if you don't have the timeline when you're listing properties, it can get very messy. And like I said, it happens to us all the time right now during COVID. So if Shannon books photos, let's say Shannon books photos on a Friday, typically her turnaround time will probably be Tuesday, would you say, Shan? Monday, Tuesday. We immediately get those to the printer. So Megan will pull up the templates. What's going on there, girls? Am I wrong here? Is that timeline okay?
No, you're right. It's just like,
no.
The photo is technically done. It could be Monday, but we won't have the floor plan for the rituals who are probably until Tuesday. So technically, like, just depending, 48 hours is what we give, but Megan could technically work on it a little sooner if we have photos back, but Tuesday would be a realistic time too.
Yeah, so Iris, it really comes down to knowing when your photos are going to be coming back, and then having that timeline in place from there. So giving yourself, so if your photos are coming back on a Tuesday, Wednesday, you know that if you have your template ready for your brochures and your feature sheets, it's just as simple as taking those photos, putting them in the template, and sending them to your printer. And then that printer should only be, honestly, if you're not doing anything more than 25 feature sheets per property, a 24-hour turnover. Maybe try to find a local person who can do them for you. That's not really working for a lot of people. And I hope this makes sense. I think the biggest thing, Iris, for us, it's easy for us to sit here and say, because we have such a good timeline in place for all this stuff, that the brochures and whatnot, and we have a good relationship with that vendor, so that helps out a lot too. Anything else anyone wants to share? Any success stories over the last month or so? It's got to be something. Tammy?
We grew.
Tell us about your growth.
We've added 2 new agents.
Ooh, are they in their 30, 60, 90?
They are. And I'm doing career visioning with them.
Wow, that a girl. Are they females?
1 female, 1 male.
Okay, thank God you got some sort of balance there for you.
Yes, and I'm actually starting career visioning with another lady on Monday who is a potential agent coming on.
Nice. Are you going to do the full career visioning with them?
Yes.
So did you start career visioning before you hired them?
The one we did, yes.
Yeah. So what was the timeline along that?
She's been with us for about a month.
Yeah.
And we've really been pushing her through the career visioning. She's a seasoned agent, but she's had no support. She was with Keller Williams, then she went to a different real estate brokerage, and then she's come back.
Mm-hmm.
So she just wants to be part of a team, which is great for us. And yeah, so it's worked out well.
Very nice. So did you do career visioning before you brought them on though? And how long did it take you until you onboarded them using the career visioning?
No, the 2 that we brought on, we did not do career visioning before they came on. We started them, and then we started career visioning as soon as they started. The one that I'm starting with on Monday, we have not brought her on yet. We're going to do career visioning through with her first, and then see what her potential is worth coming on.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Did you guys end up bringing that administrator on?
Not the one I talked about before. We have another one that I'm interviewing next week.
Good. That'll be nice.
Yeah.
Getting all those agents in there to have someone support you, right?
Yeah.
Who else has a success story? Deb, you got something. I can see it in your eyes. Nothing? Did you guys get hired?
We had brought someone on for part-time transactions, which is nice. It's taken a whole chunk off my plate, which is wonderful.
When did they start?
6 weeks ago.
Nice.
We've done our 30-day review, but haven't done our 60-day review. So I'm going to say around 45 days ago.
Are you guys not looking for an executive assistant too?
Yes.
Okay.
That's something completely separate though. Basically, over the last couple of years as we've grown, especially because it's a family-run business, they definitely have a tendency to try and make a job to fit a person.
Yeah.
And get one person to do as many different, cross roles a lot, which just the busier you get, that just leads to complications. So I'm trying to, bring a bit more structure and designation in and find the right person for each specific role, even if that becomes 2 or 3 part-time roles instead of 1 full-time role. So it's going well.
Good. What else do we have here, ladies? Erin, what's one good thing that's happened?
One good thing that happened, what do you mean?
In the last month since we all talked.
We sold the Viking listing finally.
Oh, what was the address again on that?
It's 6 Viking Unit 208.
Yeah, good. That's awesome. Bye, Shan.
It was actually really cute because Lisa had me take the dog out a couple of times for showings, and the seller showed up with the dog yesterday and brought me a gift.
Aw, that's nice.
Yeah, it was cute.
Was it wine?
You know what? He asked Lisa if I like booze, and she said not really, which isn't necessarily untrue. So he brought me raspberry jam that he made.
Aw, that's really sweet, actually.
Yeah.
What else is going on?
We brought in an agent and she left 2 weeks later.
Aw.
Yeah.
Why?
You know what? She has her own business already, and I think that honestly, our brokerage has made it pretty easy to be a single agent, and I think she kind of decided that she would rather do that than work with a team and work within, you know, our constraints, which aren't very constraining, but really we wanted her in the office 2 days a week at least to lead gen, and she wasn't super interested in the structure.
So I do agree with you. Our office has done an amazing job to facilitate single agents. Like, we can't take that away from them. They've created so many great avenues for people to do well with. So 100% agree. However, you know what you and Lisa need to do? You need to sit down and revisit the onboarding process and the benefits of joining a team, because you will find the agent who sees the value in that, but you got to show it, right? And I know Lisa's a great person, so there's no doubt that it has nothing to do with who her leader would be. Like, if you take our team, I always think, like, how do we keep them happy? Because they could easily go solo. They really could. And the office has got so much there that even sometimes I'm like, wow, like, as an administrator, I don't know, you know, like,
Yeah.
So, however, it boils down to culture, right? I mean, I still stand firm on that. Like, our team is very strong with that. And now what we're doing, we're thinking of ways to offer better training in-house for them to keep them happy. So I've dedicated my schedule to every month, what's the best mastermind that I can do in-house for our team to keep our agents always learning. And I'm talking like big names, not just, what we do at the market center. Each month, who can I get in front of our team to elevate their business? So maybe you and Lisa do some putting your heads together and figure out what can you do. You guys, is that the agent in your photo, or is this another person? Like, there's the three of you. Actually, your photo's awesome too, by the way. I love it.
Yeah, so the three of us are who exists now.
Okay, good.
There was another one, but yeah, she literally 2 weeks. So
hey, when you know.
Yeah, and you know what? I wasn't part of that hiring process or onboarding process really at all. And
yeah.
I do think that, yeah, we need to rein it in a little bit, because she joined to work with Lisa, and then Lisa put her in front of a coach and in front of TechRye, and she kind of went, well, why do I need you?
And that's fair.
Yeah, it's totally fair.
Do you guys have a chart, like the benefits of joining our team?
We don't have anything like on paper, but I've seen quite a few of them, and I know that we can put one together, and we do have to do that. But I have to understand what Lisa's goals are, because they seem to be constantly shifting. At one point she wanted another buyer agent, then she wanted an ISA, and now we have to have like a higher level meeting, I think, to figure out what her vision is for this business.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you, Erin. No matter how many times she writes down what her vision is or an organizational chart, she will veer from it 100 times. We've got our big guy here. Like, I mean, on paper, we've got him to sign. See, this is what we're looking for. This is our hiring process. And then he'll come like out of left field and be like, this is what we're doing. And we're like, but we never talked about that. So you're never going to get the perfect answer. But having the conversation, get her to create an organizational chart. So right now, going into September, I've encouraged anyone that I'm working with on the coaching side of things, create their own organizational chart, what their vision is of the team. Because now we're in this, it's almost like we've started a whole new year. I don't know if anyone else has felt that, but getting back into the office and getting back to the swing of things, it feels like we've almost started January. So I challenged everybody to, one, create your own organizational chart, what your vision is for the team and where you see the team going, and have your team leader do it as well. And see if it matches. And then I say, the other thing is when you have a good leader who is open to all the decisions and all the things that you bring to them, letting you have the reins in some sense to creating the platform for onboarding, like the ideal team member. let's be honest, our agents will say one thing and do another. When you know that agent, you know what Lisa wants, you really do, but sometimes we're afraid to say that's exactly what she wants, or because again, it's not our business. We all have that. It's like an imposter syndrome, I call it, where it's like we forget that we were hired to help them see this. And I don't think, and forgive me if I'm wrong, but I don't think if you brought good talent or scouted out good talent, she would be upset or be like, hey, that's my job. Be like, at the end of the day, she's probably like, oh, thank God you're around. It's like, thank God you're doing this for me because I don't actually have to do it. But sometimes they forget that we can do those things for them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like it's just, and I could be wrong. Lisa might be a different breed where it's like, no, I just want to do that when time is right. And so be it. That's her style. It just sucks for us because we're used to like that path, that consistency, building those systems, and yeah. But I do think it would be beneficial if you all took an opportunity and created your own organizational chart for your vision of the team.
See, and it's not a bad thing, but she has more of a vision of like I'm not going to say empire, but really she wants an umbrella that encompasses real estate, appraising, and mortgages all in one.
Keep talking, I'm listening.
And that's what she wants to do, right? So I think that there are times where she's more focused on the other pieces than real estate. And that just makes it a little bit difficult because it's like, okay, you need to build the real estate team and they have to all kind of go together, right? So she's talked about going for her mortgage broker's license.
Oh dear God. That's good, amazing.
Yeah.
But just another avenue for you guys.
Yeah, but she's extremely busy. She doesn't.
So, okay guys, I know we're all here and probably not a lot of people are at this level and want to hear this, but Erin, let me ask you this. If she wants to become a mortgage broker too, add that to her portfolio, which is amazing. You can't take that away from her when you have a vision. And she has the appraisal company and she has the real estate company. Is real estate something she wants to pursue?
See, it's the strangest thing. I'm going to be 100% honest because what she always says, and she tells our agents all the time, is there's more money in real estate than there is in appraising. Because appraising, you have a ceiling of only what you can get because of what the banks and your company essentially, right?
Yeah.
She's like, there's no ceiling in real estate. But if I'm looking at the trajectory I've seen in the time I've been here, she is far more focused in appraising than she is in real estate.
Now, is the focus
I feel like appraising sustains the real estate business.
As I was just going to say, so do you think she follows the appraisal side because that's where she's been drawn to? She doesn't have an option because it is funding everything and she's there living it. So she can't get to all the other things that she wants to do because the appraisal company is so in demand. What if she had someone running the appraisal company for her? Someone running the real estate company for her? You know what I mean? Like what?
It's a fantastic question. It's a conversation we have to have. I know that she wants to build a real estate team again, like she had with Jay when Jay was around.
Yep.
I've talked to a few people and I'm like, I don't even understand how that functioned because it wasn't Jay. Jay wasn't the leader. So if she was the leader, what is she not doing now that she was doing then, that she had a huge real estate team?
Can I be honest? She's probably growing.
Yeah,
mentally
probably.
She's growing, educational knowledge wise she's growing, so she's ready for more, and she knows that she was able to do that with the team. She did it, and now she's got a taste of appraisals, and now that she can have all of that under one. So this is our team's vision map. I don't know if you guys can see it. So this is our organizational chart. It is the messiest thing ever, but there's like, I'm not gonna lie, like real estate is, hold on guys, let me find real estate.
It looks like a butterfly.
Yeah, it kind of does. Actually, real estate's not on here.
What?
Hold on. I don't have my glasses on. Hold on. Real estate is, okay, so this must be what he means. Korea brokerage in the middle. So Korea brokerage, Knight and Real Estate Advisors. Up here is our charity. We all know how much Chris loves to give back. So he's created this charity. Investments, property management, external opportunities, ISA, web development, expansion, coaching, external opportunities.
Wow. See, don't even get me started. She wants to flip something, and I'm like, oh my God, how
And
many
here's-
things?
Well, get it going. Let her do it. Like, here's the thing. It gives us more to do. It gives us more opportunity for growth. Like I always say, like just like Chris and I, just before I jumped on this call, he just dropped a bomb, and I'm like, I'm actually super excited because I need more. Like, give me something else. And you guys, I know you guys can't see it, but every single line has something written in it. So he did this, and I didn't even have to do an organizational chart because 100% I stood behind every single area. Every single area I can get behind on here. So we always come back to this is where we are. Right here, this is our hub, this is our heart. And we're starting to fund over here, or maybe over here, I'm not sure if I'm backwards or not. And then, the investments, we've got all that going on. So we're getting there. This is about a 25-year plan, to be quite honest. But I think, guys, if you can take away anything from today's call, is write down your organizational chart, write down your growth plan, because this is our January. We get back into the office. Tammy, you've got so many good things happening, the growth of your team, all the career vision you get to do. Is that your growth? Is that where you want to keep going? Is that your path?
So can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So I think part of the reason that I kind of struggle with all the different things is because through like MREA and all that, you're kind of taught like the real estate business, this is the budget, this is what you need to hire an X person in that. And I'm like, well, I need to hire an X person sooner than that if we're going to have all these other things.
Yeah.
But I don't consider all the other things income to the bottom line for the real estate business. Do you treat every business separately?
Yes.
Or do you kind of, okay.
Yeah, so every business that's on here, every business Chris has created. So I think if anyone who took the P&L course that I did, I told everyone how we actually created a management company. It's called Sienna Management after his daughter. And then, so we took Sienna Management and we pay Sienna Management to handle all of our branches of our company, Chris's investment side, the real estate side, and then whatever we do, it'll all come through to Sienna Management. So commissions, anything we get paid from the real estate stuff goes to Knight and Real Estate Advisors, but then we pay Sienna Management to protect the payroll and take care of all of that. So for the building is actually not part of CREA, or Knight and Real Estate Advisors. It's under 195 Ontario Inc. number. So what we do with that is that business is all of the investment properties Chris owns, and everything is underneath that, but Sienna Management takes care of everything. So that might be something to talk to Lisa about, is having a management company. And here's the reason why we opened up a management company. The biggest tax break ever. We couldn't incorporate, right? So, and I know everyone's been asking about incorporation. I'm sorry if I've ignored anyone's emails about that. Go to your accountant. Your accountant will be able to tell you the process of incorporation. When you can incorporate, what's the holdup? Right now, there's a bit of a delay. It's coming, but there's a delay in when you actually can. So we were thinking outside the box, and how do we get to another place faster? And it was opening up a management company. It's a huge, I'm talking Chris saves thousands of dollars by going this route. So
do you work for the management company?
Yep. Yeah. So one of the things you could talk to Lisa about is, what if you did this, Lisa? Have your management company, and then under your management company, you have your appraisal, your mortgage company, and your real estate, and then whatever she has that she wants to add on to that. And that might give you a better structure in her vision. And it actually might ground her a little bit with her vision as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be, and like, to be honest, that might be the best option, a conversation to have with her. And then take it to the accountant. Go to the accountant and say, what if we open up I'm actually surprised a lot of good accountants haven't suggested this to a lot of real estate agents who do different levels of business before. I'm going to be honest, like when our accountant told us about it 2 years ago, I think we're going on our second year, we were like, why didn't you tell us sooner? Because we could have saved thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
So, and we get paid through Sienna Management. Like our payroll company is through Sienna Management. So, yeah.
So is there an administrator for the management company, or is that you?
That's me.
Okay.
I get to be in charge of that. It's great. never been, you know, in charge of multiple things like that. And yeah, it has its moments.
It has its moments.
It has its moments when it's like I have to fund everything through here, but I'm so used to funding it over here, and then I pay a bill over here, but it has to come back through here. So
that's one thing Lisa's trying to do right now, and her accountant is like losing her mind because she keeps paying for stuff on like multiple credit cards. So she's got like a personal credit card, a business credit card, and the accountant's like, just keep it all business for me. That would be fantastic. She's trying. She is trying.
She is trying. You know what? If I could give any advice, guys, have one business credit card and your agent have their personal card. And we learned the hard way because when we first started, we only had the one credit card and it was Chris's, which was fine because we were smaller. But as we grew, we realized it's not really good, the best accounting choices. So we have the business one, and then he turned the one that we were using into his personal one, and we buy everything on credit. So it filters through to our P&L, like our QuickBooks, and it's been, honestly, guys, I don't have to touch the books as much. So does anyone have anything else they want to talk about? Because we can wrap up 30 minutes early here. We good?
Got one.
What?
How do you stay motivated on a Friday afternoon when everybody else is gone?
Those are my favorite times. Like when everyone's gone, like my God.
And
So,
through the week, yes, no problem. But on a Friday afternoon when it's gorgeous out.
oh, you know what you do? You work really hard during the day. We do this all the time. Even when we're working from home, we work really hard like I say, guys, if you can get everything done, like we can clock out early.
Yeah.
Tell Ryan, all of us gave you permission to go home early today.
It
And if
sounds
he
like
has any issues, to go with Chris.
it sounds like
What's that?
Tammy never leaves early. She works longer than anybody I know.
Who does?
Tammy does.
Yeah, go home, Tammy. Get out of here.
Yeah, I put in 9-hour days most days.
I hope your pay is really good. Like,
It's decent.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, if you work hard during the day, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to. If you work well and hard all week long, there's no problem in checking out early. In fact, the four of us, we're at like a team event right now. When we leave here, I mean, we might have a few things to tie up before the weekend, but I'm pretty sure we could take off early.
super jealous, paid hourly. Can't do it.
Oh yeah, it's different when you're hourly, but you make it up another day. Work an hour late during the week. Trust me, I'm the queen of figuring out how to manipulate a schedule.
I wish, not an option.
One day it will be.
Well, it's the appraisals, right? Because appraisals need to be monitored. And yeah, that's what I'm
true.
hoping. So I'm hoping is the next hire is somebody that'll either take all of that off my plate or at least.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. All right, ladies. Well, if that's it, and no one has anything else, let's get out of here so Tammy can check out early today. Again,
Thanks for the
just tell Ryan Chris gave you permission.
Okay.
If he has any issues, to contact Chris. We all know he's not going to answer his phone, so it'll be fine.
I was going to say, you would go with it too.
He totally would. He'd be like, yeah, for sure. Like I was talking to her and she mentioned she was tired, and yeah. You guys all need a Chris. All right, ladies. Well, have an awesome weekend. And if anyone ever needs anything, you always know you can count on any one of us here for help.
Okay,
And eventually,
Thank you.
bye,
Thanks,
guys.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, girls.